How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie in 25 minutes. Let's go. Part 1. Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. On May 7, 1931, the infamous two-gun Crowley was cornered by police in New York City, marking the end of a dramatic manhunt. Despite his violent crimes, Crowley saw himself as harmless, a sentiment surprisingly common among notorious figures like Al Capone and Dutch Schultz. They, too, perceived themselves as misunderstood rather than malevolent, illustrating a widespread human tendency to escape personal blame and view oneself in a positive light, even in the face of clear wrongdoing. This story exemplifies a crucial lesson about human behavior. People rarely criticize themselves, regardless of their actions. This inclination towards self-justification highlights the ineffectiveness and potential harm of criticizing others. Criticism tends to be met with defense and resentment, doing little to change behavior or attitudes. Instead, understanding and empathy can foster better communication and personal growth. Recognizing our own biases and the complexity of human motivation can lead to more constructive interactions and a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. Principle 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. The big secret of dealing with people. To influence someone, the key is making them want to do what you suggest, rooted in the universal desire to feel important. This principle, highlighted by thinkers like Freud and Dewey, shows that beyond basic needs like health and food, people crave recognition and a sense of worth. The difference in individuals like Rockefeller and two-gun Crowley lies not in their desire for importance but in how they achieve it. Criticism pushes people away, while genuine appreciation pulls them closer, fostering motivation and positive change. Charles Schwab's success wasn't due to his knowledge of steel but his skill in valuing and motivating his team through appreciation, not criticism. Real-life examples, from transforming a neglected janitor into a dedicated worker to influencing a young Stevie Wonder, underscore the power of sincere appreciation. Principle 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. To effectively influence others, it's crucial to appeal to their wants rather than our own. Think of it like fishing. You use the bait the fish likes, not what you like. This principle, used skillfully by leaders like Lloyd George, emphasizes tailoring our approach to align with others' desires. By focusing on mutual benefits and understanding what truly motivates people, we pave the way for cooperation and shared success. This strategy, far from manipulative, builds relationships on mutual respect and understanding, making both parties winners. The key to influence is thus aligning our proposals with others' eager wants, creating a win-win situation. Principle 3. Arouse in the other person an eager want. Part 2. Ways to make people like you. Do this and you'll be welcome anywhere. To truly influence and connect with others, it's essential to show genuine interest in them, a trait exemplified by the unconditional affection of dogs. This approach, demonstrated by historical figures like Theodore Roosevelt and successful professionals, underlines that sincerely caring about others fosters mutual respect and opens up new opportunities. This principle goes beyond achieving superficial benefits. It's about building real, meaningful relationships by prioritizing others' needs and desires over our own. Such authenticity not only enriches our lives but also positively impacts those around us, turning everyday interactions into chances for mutual growth and deeper connections. Principle 1. Become genuinely interested in other people. A simple way to make a good first impression. A genuine smile is a key to making a positive first impression, signaling friendliness and openness. It's more than just a polite gesture, it's a powerful tool for building rapport and establishing trust. Charles Schwab, known for his business success and affable nature, famously valued his ability to smile as a cornerstone of his effectiveness. Smiling makes interactions smoother, helps break the ice, and is essential in both personal and professional settings. It's a simple, effortless way to show you're approachable and interested in others, laying the groundwork for lasting relationships. So, to influence and connect with people right from the start, remember a smile is your best introduction. Principle 2. Smile. If you don't do this, you are headed for trouble. Using someone's name is a powerful way to connect and show respect. Jim Farley's success in building relationships was largely due to his attention to remembering names, turning simple interactions into meaningful connections. This practice demonstrates that acknowledging someone by name is a sign of respect and appreciation, essential for building trust and rapport. It's a simple but effective way to make people feel seen and valued, enhancing communication and strengthening relationships. Remembering and using names meets a deep human need for recognition and forms the basis of lasting connections. Principle 3. Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. An easy way to become a good conversationalist. By listening to a botanist, Carnegie was perceived as a captivating conversationalist, even though he hardly spoke. This story underscores the influence of genuine interest in others' stories and passions on social interactions. Franklin D. Roosevelt and Andrew Carnegie demonstrated that attentive listening and acknowledging others' names are pivotal in building strong relationships and leadership. Their practices show that giving people your full attention and showing genuine interest in their experiences not only makes them feel valued but also strengthens connections. Whether it's recognizing a customer by name or being an attentive listener to a friend, such actions significantly enhance interpersonal engagements. Principle 4. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. How to interest people. By taking the time to talk about interests that mattered to Theodore Roosevelt's guests, he became renowned for his diverse knowledge and ability to engage any visitor. Similarly, when a lawyer on Long Island talked with an elderly aunt about her passions, he was given a valuable car out of gratitude for his genuine interest. The key to their success was focusing on what was important to the other person. This principle is not only powerful in personal relationships, but also in professional contexts. For example, when a business person wanted to secure a large order and discovered the client's interest in a specific hobby, he used this as a conversation starter, which eventually led to a significant business deal. These examples illustrate the profound impact of acknowledging and valuing others' interests, leading to deeper connections and opportunities. Principle 5. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. How to make people like you instantly. Making someone feel valued is a powerful way to connect and leave a lasting impact. This principle is echoed by philosophers like John Dewey and William James, who highlight the deep human need for appreciation. Historical figures and leaders, through simple acts of kindness and genuine interest, have demonstrated the significant effects of making others feel important. From a compliment to a post office clerk that brightens his day to a scout leader securing funding by showing genuine interest in a sponsor's passion, these actions underscore the timeless wisdom of treating others with empathy and respect. These stories remind us that focusing on others' interests not only enriches their lives but also opens doors to new opportunities and relationships built on mutual respect. Principle 6. Make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. Part 3. How to win people to your way of thinking. You can't win an argument. Dale Carnegie discovered the importance of avoiding arguments after a disagreement over a Shakespeare quote. He realized that winning an argument often means losing goodwill. Similarly, Patrick J. O'Hare, a former salesman, learned that arguing with customers was counterproductive. Instead, by listening and understanding, he improved his sales. These stories highlight a simple truth: arguments rarely solve problems and can harm relationships. Carnegie and O'Hare's experiences teach us that seeking understanding and common ground is more effective than confrontation. Principle 1. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. A sure way of making enemies and how to avoid it. Theodore Roosevelt, who aimed to be right 75% of the time, showing that even the most knowledgeable people can't always be certain. By admitting I may be wrong, you can prevent disputes and enhance discussions. This approach promotes open-mindedness and collaboration, rather than conflict. Examples from real-life scenarios, such as a salesperson adjusting their technique to avoid confrontation with customers, clearly illustrate the power of diplomacy over debate. These stories demonstrate that acknowledging our own fallibility not only smooths interactions but also leads to better outcomes in both personal and professional realms. Historical figures like Socrates and modern leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. have also embraced this wisdom, proving its effectiveness across different contexts. By prioritizing understanding and respect in conversations, we can build stronger relationships and foster a more cooperative environment. This method is about finding common ground and appreciating different perspectives, not about winning an argument. Principle 2. Show respect for the other person's opinions. Never say, "You're wrong." If you are wrong, admit it. Admitting our mistakes is a crucial aspect of building trust and enhancing communication. It demonstrates humility and openness, which can disarm conflicts and encourage a more collaborative environment. This approach is beneficial in both personal and professional settings. Leaders who acknowledge their errors inspire a culture of transparency and responsibility within their teams. Embracing our faults and learning from them not only facilitates personal growth but also strengthens our relationships with others. Recognizing mistakes is not a weakness but a testament to our willingness to improve and connect more deeply with those around us. Principle 3. If you are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. A drop of honey. Adopting a friendly and understanding approach in conflicts or disagreements can lead to more effective resolutions. Historical and business examples highlight the importance of diplomacy over confrontation. Figures like Theodore Roosevelt and John Rockefeller, Jr., demonstrated that seeking common ground and being willing to listen and understand others can resolve disputes and foster positive outcomes. This method emphasizes the value of relationships and constructive solutions over winning an argument, leading to mutual respect and collaborative success. Engaging in discussions with a mindset focused on resolving issues while maintaining respect can transform potential conflicts into opportunities for strengthening connections. Principle 4. Begin in a friendly way. The secret of Socrates. Starting conversations on common ground rather than differences fosters a cooperative atmosphere. Emphasizing shared goals rather than divergent methods can make discussions more productive. Encouraging a positive yes response early on sets a tone of agreement, making it easier to navigate towards mutual understanding. This approach is rooted in the psychological tendency for individuals to maintain consistency with their initial agreements. It's a method used effectively across various scenarios, from business negotiations to personal discussions, highlighting the power of affirming connections over emphasizing divisions. This strategy not only facilitates smoother interactions but also paves the way for more meaningful and solution-oriented conversations. Principle 5. Get the other person saying, yes, yes, immediately. The safety valve in handling complaints. Listening more and talking less can be a powerful strategy in both personal and professional settings. By letting others express themselves, we not only gain valuable insights into their perspectives and challenges, but also build stronger relationships based on understanding and respect. For instance, in business negotiations, a sales representative achieves success by allowing a potential client to lead the conversation, resulting in a significant contract. Similarly, in personal relationships, actively listening to others, like a mother did with her daughter, can transform conflicts into deeper connections. In job interviews, or when seeking to make a positive impression, showing genuine interest in the other person's achievements and experiences can lead to favorable outcomes. Encouraging others to share their thoughts and achievements fosters a more collaborative and appreciative environment. Principle 6. Let the other person do a great deal of the talking. How to get cooperation. The most effective way to persuade someone is to let them believe the idea originates from them. By encouraging others to express their thoughts and listening attentively, you create an environment of appreciation and respect. This technique is grounded in the principle that people are more committed to ideas they perceive as their own. By asking strategic questions and holding back your own opinions, you guide the other person to come to the solution or suggestion themselves. As a result, they are likely to feel a stronger connection to the idea and be more motivated to implement it, seeing it as their own creation. This approach is powerful both in professional settings and personal interactions. It respects and values the other person's perspectives and creative potential. Subtly steering the conversation, you can lead them to conclusions that align with the desired outcomes without making them feel forced. Principle 7. Let the other person feel that the idea is his or hers. A formula that will work wonders for you. Understanding and respecting others' viewpoints, even if we disagree, is crucial for effective communication. Instead of condemning, strive to understand why others think and act as they do by putting yourself in their shoes. This approach not only avoids conflict, but also enriches relationships and fosters collaboration. Listening and showing genuine interest in others' perspectives can lead to more meaningful interactions and resolutions. Remember, empathy and patience are key to building bridges and finding common ground. Principle 8. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. What everybody wants. To navigate disagreements and foster goodwill, employ empathy by acknowledging the other person's feelings and perspective. For instance, saying, "I don't blame you for feeling the way you do. If I were you, I would undoubtedly feel the same way," can diffuse tension and promote understanding. This approach doesn't just stop arguments, it also paves the way for more amicable and attentive discussions. It's based on the principle that people are more receptive when they feel understood and their viewpoints are acknowledged. Even if you disagree, showing genuine sympathy and trying to understand their perspective can transform confrontations into opportunities for connection and understanding. Principle 9. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. 10. An appeal that everybody likes. In your interactions, especially when facing opposition or disagreement, it's effective to appeal to the higher principles or nobler motives of the person you're engaging with. Everyone likes to believe they act from a place of righteousness and integrity. For instance, when needing to resolve conflicts or persuade someone, suggesting that their decision can be guided by honor, fairness, or the greater good can lead to positive outcomes. This approach is not just for smoothing personal relations but works remarkably well in professional scenarios too, such as resolving customer complaints or negotiating deals. By acknowledging the other person's good intentions and appealing to their sense of virtue, you create a pathway for agreement that aligns with their self-image as a fair and just individual. This method is not about manipulation but about connecting with the inherent goodness in people, making it easier to find common ground and resolve differences. Principle 10. Appeal to the nobler motives. The movies do it. TV does it, why don't you do it? Dramatizing your ideas is a powerful way to capture attention and persuade others. By presenting your message in a vivid and engaging manner, you make it more memorable and impactful. This approach can be especially effective in business and personal communications, where showing rather than just telling can significantly influence the audience's response. Whether it's through a live demonstration, a compelling story, or a visual display, adding an element of drama to your message can make abstract concepts tangible and stir emotions, leading to better understanding and outcomes. Principle 11. Dramatize your ideas. When nothing else works, try this. Throwing down a challenge can be a powerful way to motivate and engage others. By appealing to their desire to excel and achieve, you tap into a deep-seated human drive for success and recognition. This method, as exemplified by Charles Schwab's story, demonstrates how stimulating competition and the desire to outdo oneself or others can lead to remarkable improvements in productivity and performance. Whether in business, personal growth, or social interactions, presenting a challenge can inspire individuals to push their boundaries, innovate, and strive for excellence. It's not just about achieving a specific goal, but about igniting the spirit of achievement and the pursuit of greatness. Principle 12. Throw down a challenge. Part 4. Be a leader: how to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. If you must find fault, this is the way to begin. Starting with praise and genuine appreciation can open doors to constructive communication and positive outcomes, much like how a dentist uses Novocaine to ease the discomfort of a procedure. This approach creates a supportive atmosphere where the individual is more receptive to feedback. It lays a foundation of respect and acknowledges the person's strengths before addressing areas for improvement. This method not only helps in mitigating defensiveness, but also encourages a more open and productive discussion about challenges and solutions. By recognizing and valuing people's contributions up front, you pave the way for more effective leadership and relationship building. Principle 1. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. How to criticize and not be hated for it. Using indirect methods to highlight mistakes can foster a positive atmosphere, encouraging growth and self-improvement without evoking defensiveness or resentment. This approach, akin to gentle guidance rather than direct critique, helps maintain self-esteem and motivates individuals to adjust their behavior willingly. It's about leading with empathy, understanding, and respect for the individual's feelings, allowing them to recognize and rectify their errors in a supportive context. This strategy not only facilitates effective communication but also strengthens relationships, making it an invaluable tool in both personal interactions and professional leadership. Principle 2. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Talk about your own mistakes first. Admitting your own mistakes before addressing someone else's errors can create a supportive atmosphere conducive to positive change. This approach humanizes you, making it easier for others to accept feedback without feeling attacked or demeaned. It fosters a sense of mutual understanding and respect, encouraging open communication and cooperation. This method not only softens the impact of criticism, but also models a culture of accountability and personal growth. By showing vulnerability and a willingness to improve, you inspire others to reflect on their actions and strive for self-improvement, thus cultivating a more collaborative and constructive environment. Principle 3. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person. No one likes to take orders. Incorporating the technique of asking questions rather than issuing direct orders is a powerful leadership strategy that fosters creativity and a sense of ownership among team members. This approach not only makes directives more acceptable, but also encourages individuals to contribute ideas and solutions, enhancing their engagement and commitment to the task at hand. By valuing their input and giving them the autonomy to solve problems, leaders can cultivate a positive and productive environment where everyone feels valued and invested in the outcomes. This method not only enhances teamwork but also leads to innovative solutions and successful project completions, as individuals are motivated to exceed expectations and achieve shared goals. Principle 4. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Let the other person save face. Emphasizing the significance of allowing individuals to maintain their dignity and self-respect, this principle underscores the delicate balance required in leadership and interpersonal relationships. This approach not only prevents the erosion of trust and morale but also encourages to improve and excel. Recognizing and upholding the inherent worth of each person, regardless of the circumstances, reflects a profound respect for human dignity, fostering stronger, more resilient relationships and a more harmonious and productive workplace or social setting. Principle 5. Let the other person save face. How to spur people on to success. Recognizing and celebrating even the smallest advancements motivates individuals, and by focusing on strengths and potential, rather than flaws and failures, leaders can inspire confidence and drive in their teams, encouraging them to unlock their full capabilities. This approach nurtures a culture of growth and development, where people feel valued and understood, leading to increased satisfaction and productivity. Ultimately, genuine and specific praise proves to be a more effective tool for inspiring change and excellence than criticism, underlining the importance of empathy, appreciation, and positive reinforcement in effective leadership and personal connections. Principle 6. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. Give a dog a good name. To inspire improvement in others, it's effective to attribute a positive reputation to them that they aspire to uphold. For example, instead of critiquing a colleague for disorganization, you might commend their moments of clarity and organization, expressing confidence in their ability to enhance these qualities further. This approach shifts the focus from criticism to encouragement, motivating them to embody the positive traits you've highlighted. Principle 7. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Make the fault seem easy to correct. To inspire improvement, focus on positive reinforcement and celebrate every small success. For instance, a father helped his son, previously labeled as slow and academically behind, by emphasizing his strengths and progress, especially in areas of personal interest like electronics. Instead of dwelling on past failures, the father broke learning into manageable steps and praised each achievement, making challenges seem less daunting. This approach transformed the son's academic performance and self-perception, leading to significant success in school and beyond. This story underscores the power of highlighting the strengths and minimizing the errors. Principle 8. Use encouragement. Make the fault seem easy to correct. Making people glad to do what you want. To inspire someone to take action, emphasize the positive outcomes and align the task with their interests or desires. For instance, instead of demanding an employee complete a task, highlight how completing this task could benefit them personally or contribute to their goals. This approach not only makes the task more appealing but also shows respect for the individual's autonomy and contributions. It transforms the request from a burdensome order into an opportunity for personal or professional growth, making the person more inclined to act positively and with enthusiasm. This strategy fosters a more collaborative and motivating environment, where actions are driven by mutual benefit and a shared sense of purpose. Principle 9. Make the other person happy about doing the thing you suggest. That's it. How to Win Friends and Influence People in 25 Minutes. A link to the book is in the description. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and share your experience with the book in the comments.